Because if you're like the person that asked this question and says, I don't have a lot of money, I don't have a lot of time to be able to spend on this business right now, and so I have to really be careful on what I'm going to spend money on. When you're getting your wholesaling business up and off the ground and you don't have a lot of money, it's important to be super frugal with the expenses that you do take on. And so what is important in a wholesaling business? Well, there's lead generation, acquisition, there's disposition, and general like administrative things, right? So what can we pull back to have it be as cheap as possible to start? This, I do warn you, will require a lot of hustle because you're having to spend a lot of your time doing these things, but you don't have to spend as much money. Literally, if you're just starting out and you're not having, dozens of new leads coming in a week, set up a Google Sheets, first name, last name, seller's address, a note section, and a day that you should follow up with them on your Excel sheet. Literally, it's free. Like, yes, you eventually want to get a CRM. You could check out the system video that I did where I talk about Podio and how that's something that could be set up in your business. But again, you said, I don't have any money, don't give me a bunch of expenses, Cody, so that's what I'm doing. The next thing that you should do is get set up with batch leads. Now, why batch leads? Well, the thing is, you do need leads, you need people to talk to. In the area that you want to do marketing to, you could pull the list and then you could skip trace them, meaning you get the phone numbers for those people. And then you want to either call them or you want to text those people to be able to just be as frugal with your budget as possible, because that's going to be, all inclusive with batch leads, maybe a couple $100 a month. If you're doing small lists, I mean, you're maybe $500 a month or less doing very small niche lists. Maybe you're just reaching out to pre-foreclosures in your local market. Another option to just keep it super lean is you can get set up with an app like Batch Driven. That's what I did when I was first getting started, was driving for dollars. So that's something that you can do. It is the cost of your gas, the cost of your time, and it's just driving around in the local zip codes in your area, looking for distressed properties, throwing them into your app, which, I think Batch Driven's around $100 a month. You get that app set up, you start adding properties to your list within the Batch Driven app, and then you could follow up with those leads all within the app. So you can call them from there, you can text them from there, all for about $100 plus your gas and your time as you're driving around looking for those properties. I have a video on my channel showing you how to use Batch Driven and how to specifically look for properties when you're driving for dollars. Those are really the bare minimums. Like, get an Excel sheet set up if you can't afford a basic CRM. Get somewhere where you can get lists of data from, which is like a batch leads. You don't want to go that route of like cold calling them or sending out text blasts, because that's going to be a little bit more expensive. Go the super cheap route, which is going to be getting a driving for dollars app, adding properties to your list, calling them, texting them directly from there, where it's super niche. Like, you physically saw the property was messed up, so you're going to be reaching out to those people to see if they would be open to selling. And what you want to do, get a couple of those deals done, get some cash in your pocket so you can up that marketing spend to some other strategies that aren't so you inclusive, meaning you have to do all of the things for you to generate the leads. So that's what I would do if I was getting set up and I'm like, I don't have any money, or I'm very limited on funds. Those are probably going to be some of the best ways to do it on a super low budget.